It is nothing but evolution in equipment life assessment, upgrading, replacement, and parts supply. There are many rainy days where our machines are gone beyond the control. Therefore, we have joined the forces together with the world's best, proven experienced market leaders from the East and West. Only one mission: to fix our customers' problems right first time. Mot Gen MEA plays the piano with two hands and full fingers.
What a phenomena! There has been a repetitive crack failures in the rotor. Apparently, there has been a deformation in the stator that has created uneven magnetic field due to very old design of the sole plate of this particular generator. When the machine was offline, we had to thread out the rotor from the stator. We had to do an inspection according a long checklist for the stator components. We had to do a dimensioning check using the 3D camera scanning and laser equipments. Is a unique project in many ways.
There were deeper cracks and broken reps were observed upon inspection. A challenging repair journey had just started.
This is the biggest machine ever in the whole of the country. 460 ton worth of weight. The first hydro generator ever repaired in a local front by an Egyptian company. We are expert enough to cover big range of rotating machines and wide though to cover the whole of the Middle East and Africa.
giving life back and restoring the geometry of a melted turbo rotor is a high precision work and makes us different.
Excellence in action. We are proud to announce that we got qualified to perform major overhaul of 3 gas turbines of Siemens make at one of the largest LNG operations in Africa.
Our dedicated mechanical team, led by a professional leader, has successfully collaborated with Siemens technical advisors over 750 man days. This mission not only met but exceeded customer expectations.
Join us in celebrating our commitment to excellence and rotating machine service solutions.
There is a better focus on hydrogeneration revamping.
For a minute, we were deep in thought to reflect solutions for the challenges. It's never going to be more complicated than working inside an isolated capsule. With a limited spacing, we pulled up the bulb in the middle of the night. With a lot of efforts, finally we got the stator out. taken the fingerprint of the old coils. With decades of track records working around the clock. The coil kit and the bracing support have required a high level of skill set. A one-way ticket is booked for the stator for his way back. Time for the bulb to close the capsule system. To assemble back the generator and bulb internal parts. There is nothing at the customer more valuable than seeing his machines back to service.
Being number one service provider in the hydrogenerator business in Egypt, we had to respond to the customer request to upgrade the existing stop logs and main operational gates.
In this particular case, an incident has happened in a double chamber Rommel fan in one of the cement lines. We've done a complete UT exercise for the fan components. Hard facing has been a very high precision work with our team. We have done the spinning into our balancing banker. It took us the whole of the night in order to put the rotor in right balancing position before we send it back to the customer premises. We are once again proving that we are one-stop shop with multiple solutions. We do have a tool container that does cater for all site service related activities, even the very complicated and special ones. together with the coils manufacturing unit, have agreed on the insulation system and the QC protocol that has been used to produce the coils according to the sample, considering the recent insulation and testing standards.
Using our joint venture man and tool asset, we will be able to reduce the time to repair. With Mot Gen MEA,
Your expert eye at your fingertip.
Our core team has got a 200 years of combined experience. We do believe that people make the company and it doesn't come by its own.